Hi, my loves. Welcome back to the Starscartel channel. If you don't know, I'm Star. Today, I'm here with a dream. In this dream, I am basically hanging out with an old friend of mine. We are riding around. Um, and we end up she's driving and we end up going to this store, and while we're at the store, I'm going in there. I want to get some food, and I want to get like some other little things. It's like a little restaurant or something like that. I go in, and while I am in the store as well as while we're in the car, I realize that she's constantly texting. Like, she's constantly texting somebody. And I'm like feeling like she tried to set me up. I can't say. And yeah, that's the dream. Well, that's the part of the dream that God has given me to share. The scripture comes from Jeremiah 5 and 12. They have lied about the Lord. They said he will do nothing. No harm will come to us. We will never see sword or famine. The prophets are but wind, and the word is not in them. So let what they say be done to them. Therefore, this is what the Lord Almighty says. Because the people have spoken these words, I will make my words in your mouth a fire. And these people, the wood it consumes. Baby, here's the message. For whoever this is for, there's a situation where, like, somebody, I just feel like secrets are being given away or something like that. And it may not be like big secrets. Like, it could literally just be like you doing your day-to-day things, or like that's what it felt like. It felt like in this dream, like, this is somebody I used to hang out with. I used to run the streets with her. So somebody I don't hang out with no more. But at the same time, it just felt like I don't know if this is supposed to be a reminiscent of the past, maybe why certain things happen, or if this is a situation where it is a warning to somebody. Maybe you in that predicament right now. But anywho, so me and sis is just hanging out. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of like every detail of us hanging out together, she's feeling the need to share with someone. And it could be a situation where whoever you are, it's like you are being looked at a certain way. It's kind of like you're being constantly judged, you know? Um, Constantly judged with whatever it is you have going on. Like, maybe you said you was going, stop eating certain kinds of foods, and you couldn't help yourself, and you went back, and you know what I'm saying, you ate, so you know what I'm saying. And maybe it's a situation where um you could be like, whatever it is. I just feel like this is not even a situation where you are literally doing anything bad, because there was nothing bad going on in this dream. I like, as I was watching, it was kind of just every day-to-day stuff, you know what I'm saying, like just doing daily activities. Like, maybe you work out every day, or maybe you and you like to go to the gym, you know what I'm saying? And you ask your friend, hey, you want to go to the gym with me? And y'all go to the gym together, and she's sharing with everybody she can think of. Oh, she going to the gym. Oh, they doing this, that, the third. It's kind of like, why are you sharing that? Like, I just feel like this is weird. But anyways, whatever this is for, whoever this is for, it's like the person that is doing this, they themselves may have some kind of malicious intent as to why they are doing this. Like I said, at the end of the dream, I felt like this person might be trying to set me up. And I experienced that before. And sometimes people, what I'm saying, you gotta keep your eyes on people sometimes, because man, there are some people like that where they will try to cause somebody that you don't rock with to pull up on you. There are some people that will go out of their way to try to sabotage things for you. Like, you could be trying to you know what I'm saying? Like, it could be so many different things. You could, you know what I'm saying? Especially in this situation, I'm going to a restaurant, it could be somebody trying to sabotage your food. It could be a situation where, you going to the gym, and they didn't went with you to the gym so many times. They know exactly what machines you like getting on. They want to make sure it's broken. They want to make sure somebody on it or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've experienced so many weird things. I've experienced people that will go out their way to try to make me feel like I don't want to go get my nails done at the nail shop I used to get my nails done, as if I'm not going to get my nails done anymore or whatever it is. But this is what God say. God is saying, like, whatever this situation is, like, it's so, I just feel like it's a weird vibe. But even if you yourself are looking at it like you don't know what's going on, but you're not finna stress yourself out about it, God said he saw that. Okay. And God knows the intent behind the reason behind it. Okay. And in reality, I just feel like whatever it is, it's not even going to affect you. Like, you wouldn't even notice it. Like I said, this was just day-to-day stuff. And I'm confused as to why this person was so amazed by it. Like, why are you so hype about what I'm doing on my day-to-day? Baby, why are you so worried about me? Okay, make me feel special. But anywho, that, like, I just feel like that's what it is. And even when it says here, because the people have spoken these words, and the words the prophets are but wind, and the word is not in them, so let what they say be done to them. So this is someone, maybe someone has heard you say something about some kind of plans, so they are basically trying to beat you to your plans. You know what I'm saying? Like, they want to how do I say it? Okay, how do I say it? It's like somebody, they're trying to figure out what you're doing. They want to know what you're planning. They want to know what God has told you to do, and they want to do it before you can do it. But God is saying that they look silly. Okay, in reality, they are not going to be able, like, you can't fight with God. You can't go around God. You cannot speed walk and race and you jump in front of what God is doing. Like, you cannot do that. So it's kind of like, um just how in his dream I was like, what's going on? Like, why is this person seeming to be so weirdly excited and concerned about what I'm doing? I just feel like that's like the whole vibe of the situation. God is saying that he is going to make a fool out of them. And even if it's not obvious, you know what I'm saying? It could be a situation like what, like you know what I'm saying? Somebody try to keep you from going to the nail shop, like what happened to me. And I can do my own nails. I don't need to go to the nail shop to get my nails done. My nails still done. You know what I'm saying? And it's just kind of like, it could be that kind of vibe. You know what I'm saying? It could be the kind of vibe where someone is going to feel really silly about what they did, trying to go around you, trying to chase and jump in front of you. They're trying to do this, that, and the third. And what they don't even realize is you doing, like, whatever it is that you're doing, you are doing your everyday stuff. You not worried about them. You're not concerned. Like, I just feel like God is saying whatever this is, you're not even concerned about what this person is doing. It could even be a situation where somebody is trying to set you up and somebody's trying to let out your location and stuff like that. Just because somebody tells your location to someone don't mean that any harm is going to come to you. Let's be real. I've experienced that before. And baby, no harm came to me. And you know what I'm saying? Just because somebody pull up don't mean that they finna win the fight. You know what I'm saying? Just because somebody is like, I just feel like in this situation here, God is saying, like, all of these things that whoever is doing, like, they going out their way to do this, that, and the third. They want to have you surrounded. They want to have the upper hand. They want to try to beat you to whatever it is that God has led you to do. You know what I'm saying? In reality, whatever it is that they doing, they look silly. They look silly because they don't know what God has told you. They don't know what God has spoke to you. They don't know what God is doing. They don't know the reason and behind why God is doing what he is doing. They don't know any of these things. And it's like they can feel to themselves and they can say to themselves, they gonna be wrong. They gonna be wrong. Watch this. I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. They can do all that they want to do, says the Lord. All they doing, they're causing themselves problems because God saw that. God saw the intent behind that, and God will deal with that. You know what I'm saying? And this is why we always know God always says vengeance belongs to him, because he sees things that we don't. He knows things that we don't. And when people put forth the effort to try to do evil to us and to try to, you know what I'm saying, combat with us, and they want to fight with us, and they want to do all these things to try to stop us from doing what God said he was going to do, they can't stop nothing. They can't stop nothing. Ask somebody that just celebrated 7 years of business. They ain't stopping nothing. They ain't stopping nothing. They like, really, seriously, they ain't stopping nothing. And they can't stop nothing. It was so many people. As soon as I, came out with my lashes, so many people, they wanted to come out with lashes. I like, you know what I'm saying? And in reality, I wasn't concerned about them. Why would I be worried about them? Why would I be concerned? I just kept going. I am doing what God led me to do. And I'm going to keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to worry about what nobody else doing. They can do what they going to do. You know what I'm saying? I already know I'm not going to be the only person to sell lashes. You know what I'm saying? Just like I know I'm not going to be the only prophetess. And I know these things. I'm not concerning myself with what nobody else doing. I'm only concerning myself with what God has for me, because I know who I am, and I know ain't nobody else me. And that's just what it is. That's just what it is. And all this falls down to is God has promised you something. There is a destiny that God has for you. There is something, a blessing at hand that God has for you. And somebody else, they want it. Regardless if they want it, because sometimes when people see that God has promised somebody something, it doesn't have to be somebody that don't have nothing. They may have their own promise, but they want your promise too. They want to get you out the way because they don't want you to get to where, you know what I'm saying? This is somebody that is greedy. This could be somebody that is hateful. This could be somebody being spiteful. But God said they are not causing nobody no harm but themselves. That's the only person they causing harm to. The more they hurt you is the more hurt that comes towards them. You know what I'm saying? And to reply to somebody had commented something, I think it was yesterday, saying that they heard judgment and they felt like they were under judgment. We are all continuously under God's judgment. And my dream, where God showed me the 7 heavens and the 7 hells, when I got to the top of the elevator where God's realm is, you can see everything. You can see everybody in every single level here on earth, as well as all the levels of hell and the levels of heaven. You see everything. God don't miss a beat. God can literally see what every single person is doing at every single point in time. God also knows the intent behind why they are doing what they are doing. So it's like you may feel like, oh man, is God judging me? Maybe God is giving you a warning. Regardless if God is giving you a warning that, to be careful with your intent behind why you are doing certain things. Be careful with your intent behind why you are making certain decisions. Yes, if you are living a sinful life, and if you are doing sinful things, it can be very overwhelming simultaneously knowing that God is watching you all the time and that God is judging you. We are all under judgment. Once we go to heaven and we see God's face, we are going to be read what we have done. Our works are going to be put out on the table, and God is going to make that decision, that final decision. There is nothing that is going to be missed. With that being said, if you are living righteously, or at least you putting forth your best effort to live as righteously as you possibly can, you don't have to stress out about the fact of knowing that God sees you. It's no need in hiding. You can't hide from God. It's no need in trying to go, you know what I'm saying, behind the house. You going in a closet. You want to go and you want to lay under the bed. There's no need in doing any of that. He still see you there. Get out from there. It's no point in going under there. It's no point in going behind there. God still see you. And you know what I'm saying? This, in some cases, it only makes it worse because it means that you know what you're doing is wrong. And you know what I'm saying? I'm just being real. And I know that there are some situations where you can't help it, or you having a hard time and you're really trying, but God knows these things. God knows when you're really trying but you're having a hard time. God knows when you can't help it. God knows when you actually putting forth the effort and when you not. And that's the difference between a person judging you and God judging you. But understand that God is looking at all of us. All of us, all of us. God is looking at the person that is being oppressed as well as the oppressor. God is looking, just like in his dream. God will be watching me go in the store and looking at everything I'm eating and saying, I see her. She's still eating bacon. She's still eating bacon. I see she. Well, she trying. Okay, she tried. 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 I saw it. She actually put forth an effort to try. She stopped eating it for such and such amount of months. And I low key don't eat bacon, but I'm using that as an example. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? God also sees the person. You know what I'm saying? Like, are they literally texting somebody telling them that they eat bacon? Why? Why are they doing that? Oh, that's why they doing that? Oh, they want something to laugh at. Oh, they want something to gossip about. Oh, they want something to talk about. Tis. You know what I'm saying? This is a situation where God see everything. God see everybody intent. You know what I'm saying? And that's the message. Like, this is not a situation where you need to go about and, be concerned and be worried and be sad. Just like I said, even if it's a situation where somebody be calling people trying to set you up, baby, as somebody that then lived through some stuff, and not even just the car accident I was in. There have been times where I was in houses, okay, with and a whole shootout going on outside. There are times when drive-bys. There have been situations where I can't get into all that. But I've been in so many situations where I could have been gone. But baby, I'm still here. And I'm just saying that to say, just because somebody is doing what they doing don't mean that God not doing what he doing, because he see what they doing and he see what you doing and he's judging everybody. And we will receive whatever we receive. We will receive the fruits based on our works. And if you are doing nothing but good, you cannot sit around and be nervous and be like, oh man, I'm doing nothing but good. I bet I'm going to get something bad. No, you're not. Why would God give you evil and you're doing good? If you're doing bad and you're doing evil and you constantly going around plotting this, you plotting that, you doing this, you doing that, yeah, God is going to constantly be, you know what I'm saying, giving you, he's going to repay you for what you're doing. Period. It's nobody that get away from it. And even if you personally don't see what God does not mean that he ain't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Once again, this is why vengeance belongs to God. It's not intended for us to sit around trying to watch and see what happens to our enemies. God said he will repay them for what they are due. And it's not a situation where we are going to get what we expect. There are some people that feel as though somebody, because of what they did to them, they didn't scuffed up their shoes and they think that they deserve for their life to be taken for that. God is not going to take somebody's life for doing something so simple and stupid. Okay? You know what I'm saying? And that's just real. Now, God, it may cost them something else. Something else may happen. But, I just feel like God is saying that they're eye for an eye. Some people are going eye for an eye. God is saying stay out of it. Whenever it comes to him seeking vengeance, he will seek vengeance for you. He is the one that will defend you. He is the one that got your back. And he's the one that sees stuff that you don't even see. And he hears things you don't even hear, says the Lord. And God says that there are some people that they don't want to believe what you say that God is going to do in your life. That's their business. They don't want to believe that God has for you what he has for you. That is their business. Even when in reality, you should be grateful to people that are like that. Because when people are like that, it makes God move even more. This is what speeds up God's work, because he like, oh, really? You know what I'm saying? Just like it say here. Those that say the prophets are but wind and the word is not in them. So let what they say be done to them. So this is like someone, you are prophesying to someone, if they don't stop doing something, something is going to happen to them. This will be like you saying to somebody that if they, you know what I'm saying, if they don't stop putting spells on somebody, if they don't stop doing this, if they don't stop whatever it is, that they got to be careful. Or, and they're like, well, they said that if I don't stop putting curses on this person, that the curse is going to come on me, so I'm going to curse them. God is saying it's going to bounce back to them. It is going to bounce back to them. Because the people have spoken these words, I will make my words fire in your mouth, a fire, and these people, the wood it consumes. God is saying that he's not dealing with that. God is not going to deal with nobody sitting up here trying to make, like, his word out to be something that it's not. God is not going to sit around and deal with nobody trying to overtake what he says. Whew. And that's the message, y'all. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. I love you guys to bits and pieces. Sorry, y'all. That was my alarm going off. I'm waking up way earlier than the alarm, though, low key. But anywho, that's the message. Like, God is saying, he's not going to allow somebody to do you that, okay? Whatever it is that this person is trying to do. Okay. I pulled it out. Okay, whatever it is that this person is doing, whatever it is that this person got planned, or whatever it is that somebody has done. You know what I'm saying? It could be a situation where somebody, every time you do something, they trying to do what you do, and they trying to mimic it, or whatever it is. Like, I just feel like because I don't know why I feel that strongly for someone. God has already promised you what he has promised you. You are already said to receive what God said you are going to receive. And there's someone that wants to stop that. And their way of stopping that is by, like, trying to copy you, or trying to be like you, or trying to, it's like they're trying to fit themselves in a place where you belong. God is saying that what they doing is not going to work. Just like, you know what I'm saying? Just because I said this the other day, just because somebody is wearing the same color as you does not mean that all of a sudden y'all going to be confused as the same person. You know what I'm saying? Just because somebody is doing something similar to you does not mean that all of a sudden it's going to be confused and people going to start thinking that that's like, no, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? The people that are going to like them and gravitate towards them are going to like them and gravitate towards them. And the people that like you and gravitate towards you are the people that are going to like you and gravitate towards you. And that's it. It's not going to be a situation where somebody can feel as though if they dress like you today, or if they do something you would do today, or they acting like you would act today, all of a sudden now they gonna have, you know what I'm saying? Like, God is saying, no, he said what he said. And you know what I'm saying? It's nothing that they can do to change that. It's nothing that they can do to make it out to be something different. Like, that's the end. And that's the message. You know what I'm saying? That's the message. And, in some of these cases, the situation, what they're going to find is they are going to wake up and they're going to find that what they were trying to stop you from doing, what they were going to trying to stop God from doing in your life, it is going to happen anyway. It's nothing they can do to stop it. God says nothing they can do. They can't do nothing. They might as well sit down and be quiet. And if they don't want to see it, they don't have to watch you. They don't have to look at you. They don't have to look in your direction and try to make sure. They want to make sure it don't happen. They wasting their time. They going to be looking in horror. Because it's going to happen, baby. It's going to happen, baby. And that's the message. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Deuces.